Hello everyone, we are going to be playing Sealed Edge of Eternities today. We got early access for Edge of Eternities on Magic the Gathering Arena. Just 24 hours of early access for streamers and press. So thank you for the opportunity, Tara Bruno PR and Wizards for the Coast, of course, for this opportunity. And of course, all of our content. Our team's working hard in bringing new Magic the Gathering content for you at GameDaily. So if you haven't checked out our website yet, we are doing a lot of guides and previews for Magic the Gathering and as well as general Magic the Gathering news on GameDaily.com. So we're a brand new site for gaming and we only started last month. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please feel free to do so. So all of our coverage for this newest set for Magic the Gathering Edge of Eternities will be there. We'll be trying out Sealed. So, just to clarify, this isn't going to be a blind playthrough. I've been playing Sealed and Draft the past couple of hours. So, I kind of have an idea already what kind of cards are here in this set. So, definitely, this Frenzied Battle is something that I'd like to play. Great that we have two of these. It's really going to be a huge bomb. I've seen Flaming High Pool played against me as well. I feel that it's a bit too expensive, but if you're able to make it work in your deck, then that's going to be really good as well. I have had pretty good results with white so far, but based on our rares, I don't think we have good rares so far in our selection. Lightstone Inquisitor is the first time I'm seeing this in my packs, so I'm not sure how well this plays. Vigilance 4-1 for 2-1. When this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand and may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Each spell cast this way costs one more to cast. It's kind of like uh giving. Well, why would you do? Oh, you're basically making your opponent spend more mana for any spell on their hand. And then Elegy Acolyte. I have had good results with Elegy Acolyte actually. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose one life. But if any non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or spell was warped this turn, you can create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. So this is really magnificent. Magus of the Moon, I'm not sure if I want to play that in this set, but we'll see. Those are our rares. Let's see what kind of cards we have right now. Still thinking about Lightstall Inquisitor, but definitely we're going to be playing green. So let's add those two. Let's take a look at our green cards. We have Edge Rover. Uh, this one's pretty good. It's a reliable card. Multistrider's Gear. Multistrider's Gear. It's also really good. Frenzied Battle, of course. Uh, Blooming Stinger is a really good blocker. Shattered Wings definitely for your hour removal. We also have this one, really good card. This one also is really good card, but I don't think we want more than one of those. Siege Ship Agrarian. This does look good. You can keep on creating lander tokens, so if you can't block that, that's definitely a good way to gather more lands and make it bigger. Harmonious Grove Strider. 3 for 2 green, Ward 2. Harmonious Grove Strider's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. So if we want to play a landfall deck, then definitely this is going to be a really good card. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. We'll see with other colors. We're seeing 3 copies of Cav Landseeker here, which is definitely good if we're going to do landfall, but it's very expensive at 4 CMC. Tapestry Warden. What does this do? It's a 3 and a green, Vigilance 3/4. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power. Oh, it's kind of um like a Doran, but I'm not sure if I'm. This is also good if you want to have like defenders, but based on our pool so far, I don't think we'll be going that way. Gene Pollinator. This is basically a Oh, not that good of a mana dork. Broodguard Elite. This one's really good. You know, you can use it just to get some counters on one of your creatures using its warp effect. Pinnacle kill ships always a good removal for me in the late game. Um, this is the first time seeing this. Looks something that I'd be interested in using. Planet Memorial Ensign, and then another landfall. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we'd like to include here. Sorry if you can hear me sniffing. It's been raining non-stop here from where I am, and it's kind of affecting my health. Having some colds in recent days. At the beginning of your end step, you control two or more tap creatures. You may discard your hand. If you do, draw two cards. Cavern Skywarden, 4 in a red with 4/5 reach. At the beginning of your end step, if an unlight permanent left the battlefield this turn or spell was warped this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. His Void works really well with Warp, but on the cards, for the cards we have so far, I don't think we have a lot of support for Warp. For either Warp or Void, we're kind of doing Landfall right now, so I guess we could add one copy of Cav Landseeker. Cavern Turbodrone. It's a 2/3. Really wish this card had flying. If it had flying, then it's going to be a really good card. But being able to give haste on any creature that we have just by tapping it is really good. So I guess I'll take one of those as well. Two or more tap creatures. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. If that creature is flying, it deals twice that much damage to itself instead. That's also a nice removal. Mono is Circuit Feeder, 4 black and a black. 4/4 flying. Whenever this creature enters, until end of turn, target creature you control gets +X/+0, and target creature an opponent controls gets -0/-X. Number of artifacts you control. So the previous sealed games that I've had, I've been trying to do a lot of artifacts, and I've actually had a lot of success with. I forgot the name of that card, but it makes it so whenever you deal damage to an opponent using an artifact creature, you give them 2 poison counters as well. It's really powerful and really comes from behind, out of nowhere. I really like that card, but I don't think we're going to be going with black this time around. I don't see any heavy hitters here. If there's an Elegy Acolyte, I don't think there's enough support for that. Hall Carver is really good card as well to draft if you are playing black. It's just really good insurance policy against bigger opponents from your enemy. We're also looking at our blue cards and our white cards. So we're going to try to do landfall deck. Um, Not seeing a lot of support for landfall as well on our blue. How about for our white? I think I'd like to try playing this one. We could add white just for the removal, but even if we're gonna do that anyway, might as well go black, you know? So we can have Beamsword Prospector here and also Hawk Carver. Maybe remove Edge Rover or Hawk Carver. Um, Maybe let's just remove Plasma Ball. We can have Decode Transmissions for draw, Tragic Trajectory for uh, for removal. Having your opponent discard is always a good thing. And then this one's also really good for recursion. It also gives us a lantern token. Um, we're not doing a lot of warping this time around, and we're not swarming the battlefield with creatures as well. So I don't think we'll need a Surian Voidborn. But I think we could do one Elegy Acolyte So we're now going over 40 cards. We're looking at our deck composition. We have 15 creatures, which I think isn't a bad deal. You can do that. There's definitely a lot of creatures here that we could decide to remove. Um, or we could feed to the swarm color eventually. We can also have the monoist circuit feeder, but I'm just not sure how many artifacts we have in our deck. We only have 7. So I don't think it's worth putting this in, given that it also has 2 black mana's requirements. Having 2 of those, two cards with 2 black mana in their CMC, in their mana cost might be a little bit too tough for us to take care of, since we're now playing with 3 colors: red, black, green. Okay, I think this is a good enough deck. Playing 42 cards. Um, our color composition: 6 swamps, 4 mountains. This should be enough. Okay, let's have a go with this. So some of my colleagues at GameDaily are also doing this. This sorry. Some of my colleagues are also doing this early access work right now, so we might be able to play against some of them. I'm just not so sure. Okay, do we keep this? This doesn't look like a keepable hand. If I were greedy, I'd keep this because there's a frenzied ballot. The opponent goes first, so there are 2 opportunities for me to draw another green card. I could play Automaton Torpedo on turn 1, but that's not gonna do anything until then. And then I don't have any black swords here, so the Elegy Acolyte will not be doing anything. Um, Now in retrospect, I think I should have added a Crossroads card or any card that gives any color. But here we are in our first game. I don't think I'll be able to keep that hand. And this looks more manageable. So we have all 3 colors in our hand. So now it's just a matter of which one we're going to be mulliganing. Scrounge of Eternity or Scrounge for Eternity is good for later on in the game when we can recur some cards from our graveyard. So we don't need that in our opening hand. We'll put that at the bottom of our library. Okay, so my play here would be a little bit defensive until we get to the Tricks Maker. On turn 2, we could put out our Blooming Stinger. They didn't put out anything. They could use that black mana for that -2/-2 card, but they're not using any removal for the Blooming Stinger. Alright, we can warp this. So now we have a +1/+1 on our Blooming Stinger. And then we can go in combat, hit him, and put out a red card. Alright, next turn we can put out this Cavland Seeger. It's gonna be a 4/3 menace and gonna produce a Lander token. What is this? It's the first time seeing this card. Anti-Causal Vestige. When this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card, then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand to the battlefield tap. That's a really value card. Okay. What do we want to do here? This is 2/4 flying. I think we're still ahead. Don't need to remove this yet. We can have the Cav Lancier attack. Okay, so I kind of want to play Drake's Fate Maker as well, just so that we have two creatures on the battlefield and put on the pressure. But Cavland Seeker can also put on the pressure. And we could play Drake's Fate Maker later on to give Cavland Seeker trample. Um, I'm not so concerned about the lander token being wasted at this point. Most of our cards are within the range of 1 to 4 mana. So let's play the Cav Landseeker. We're gonna get the lander token. This is going to disappear at the beginning of our next end step. So if they put out any artifact, then we could just drill too deep and then activate our lander. So we have more lands here. Pulsar Squadron Ace. What does this do again? When this creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a spacecraft card from among them and put it into your hand. Okay. There's the tragic trajectory. Oh no, I think he miscalculated there. He wasn't able to do the void effect. I think that's what he was trying to go for. And oh, okay. He just went up and conceded. I don't think that was a really good game. We were kind of slow in building up our board presence there. So I'm going to try to see what we can do to improve our deck. So let's go back. Um Maybe we'll really need the Melstrider gear or the Thaumaton torpedo. So at least let's keep that for now. And then for our lands, we have 6 swamps, 4 mountains, 7 forests. I think this should be enough for now. I don't want to have more forests. So let's remove 1 swamp. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. Again, we have the Frenzied Ballot on our first hand. If I'm going to keep this, we're going to be playing very defensively. We have Shattered Wings for removal, but that's only going to take care of any flying creature or any artifact creature. We have Decode Transmissions to save our ass later on, but I'm not so sure. But you know, let's be a little bit greedy this game. Let's try this hand. If we get to, oh, there you go. We have the we have the Edge Rover. So really, let's just hope that our next draw would be a forest as well. No, it's not a forest. That's fine. Okay. So I'm not sure what this person's play is going to be, but let's try to poke the bear. Are they going to block it? If they block it, then we are about in the same level. Now that I think of it, I could have saved that removal, or rather save the interaction later on so that I can have like a decode transmission. But now we have lander, and then we'll use that to get another forest. So next turn we can have the Frenzied Baloth. Sawbringer. Let's play the ballot. We don't have really any other place after that. Okay, this is weird. Well, maybe he wants the surveil, but he's going to benefit from not blocking the ballot. Okay, well, I guess he really wants the surveil. Ice Cave Crasher. Okay. It's a 4/4 trampler. try putting the Siege Ship Agrarian out there. It's not gonna do anything on the Ice Cave Crasher, but hopefully we get more lands later. Oh no, we're not getting a lot of lands. Of course, we're not blocking that. Oh no. There it goes. Number of lands you control, right? Do you guys think we should try destroying the lander? Okay. At least we should be able to take care of the Ice Age Crasher if it doesn't have any landfall. Not gonna fall for that. He has that lander over there. So if I block the Ice Cave Crasher, then it's just gonna go through my Agrarian. So we're playing with fire here. There's a 3-4 flying. What's our play? Oh, there's gonna be 6 damage already. We don't have any red swords. Okay, I think we already lost this one. We didn't get any red swords, and there's our red swords. That really happens, you know, when you don't have a lot of land sources. That's bound to happen. And then you have a flying Harmonious Grove Strider. Of course, we're not gonna be able to block anything. Doesn't really matter, we're dead. Okay, so we're 1-1 so far. Not looking good so far. Do we need to pivot to a different color? Different color combination, maybe? But... Maybe we should replace our red with white? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think we should at least have the command bridge here. Put on the nutrient block and have the galactic wafer. Not sure why we didn't have that earlier. Then a gene pollinator. And then we could probably cut out our red cards. Probably remove the cut propulsion and the Caveron turbo drone. There we go. Try this one. Okay. Hopefully this fares better than the one we had earlier. It's a little bit taking longer for us to find a match. There we go. Finally have match found. How do you feel about this? We have a gene pollinator. Don't have a lot of black sources. This doesn't look good, guys. We don't have a lot of plants or any sources at all. For this one, we're getting black colors. We have two greens. This isn't good either. I think we can keep this though. So we're gonna do forest into command bridge. Oh god, what do they have? Beamso Prospector, not really the worst thing in the world. Okay, we're gonna accept that 2 damage. We'll be able to play Galactic Wayfarer next turn, so it's not gonna be. We're not gonna bleed dry. At the very least, we're not gonna die. We're not gonna bleed out. See, keeping his mana open for Sandtable's Gearmaw. Begin if your hand step in the permanent left the battlefield this turn with a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I'm pretty sure don't want that to stay around. Let's play Galactic Wafer. So do we block the Beamso Prospector? We don't really have any way yet to deal with this insect horror over here. It's gonna become a 3/3 menace, but I think that's fine. We should still block the Beamsaw Prospector. The problem is he'll be able to like do Void twice. Oh, it's not gonna attack with Beamsaw Prospector. Okay, interesting choice. Common Caller. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay. Okay. Can put on a swamp. Play a Cavland Seeker. Do we want to attack with the Galactic Wayfarer? I think we can attack with the Galactic Wayfarer. Or no. Better not. Let's just put out the Cavland Seeker here. So we should be able to play the lander next turn rather. Use the decode transmissions. So we deal 2 damage to the opponent. You're gonna sacrifice anyone. Skittermo's gonna become bigger next turn. I think it's also worth just blocking this one. So he won't be able to block the Cavland Seeker. At least he has a cantrip in his hand. He does something to make the Galactic Wafer smaller. Then it's gonna hurt. Oh crap! He killed the Land Seeker. That's a really nice card. So what do we want to do here? We can use this to bring this out again. I'm gonna sacrifice the other lander token. And I'll have another lander. I'll put in the forest, and then maybe you could put out the other lander later. Lightless Evangel. I think I like this card for my Alenda deck. Oh dear. Things are starting to get serious for us here. Let's get a black source. I kinda wanna block it because we don't really have. It's just gonna get bigger every turn. So we want to block this while it's still just 3/3. It's not attacking everything. It's very smart. we'll be able to destroy that with this pinnacle kill ship. Actually, I think it's better if we destroy the Skittermo instead. Alright, I'm not gonna be blocking it with this Leer. It's gonna be 4-4 next turn. Unless it has something else to sacrifice to make it a 5-5, then I should be able to block it with the Landseeker. Comes 4-4. We block it with the Landseeker. He also has another Skitter. It's gonna become bigger 3-3 now. Oh crap, we just got lands there? Seriously? Okay. So we are dealing minimum 5 damage a turn. Oh crap, there comes levers. We need to take care of that ASAP. Okay. 1-1 slivers with that double strike rather. Wow. It's crazy. I think I can accept the 4 damage per turn from that skitter. Oh, come on. You know what? Our problem here is we don't have a lot of... we don't have a lot of removal in our deck. Or maybe we're just not getting them. That's 5 damage. But 6 rather. They're taking on 6 damage. Oh dear. We're getting the ballot, but that's not really gonna help us in any way, in any shape or form. There's going to be 2 more slivers later. Yeah, I think we need less, or we need fewer lands in our deck. Not really looking good. I'm going to be playing free release on Saturday, and this isn't looking good. You know what? I should have recorded my sealed games earlier today. I was performing well. Okay, maybe we need more removal, or we need to reduce our lands, since our curve's really early anyway. Then remove all our reds. Maybe we need more removals. Could have Focus Fire and Banishing Light. Can also have Lightstone Inquisitor. And this Lumen class frigate. And the auxiliary boosters maybe. Harmonious Ghost Rider. So we have our late game card. And then another siege ship, Agarian maybe. And then a Melt Strider Gear. Okay. How many lands do we have? We have 14 lands. I think that's a little bit too greedy. Let's do 15 lands. Our curve is really high, or rather really low. So we should be able to get away with it. Wow, that's painfully long. Some painfully long uh wait time. It's running 2 minutes. Shantoto on a Chocobo. We played Joe Senpai already earlier today. Okay. What's the game plan here? Crap, did we check? Did we have planes in our deck? It's gonna be really embarrassing if I forgot to put planes in our deck. Edge Rover, gonna remove that with this tragic trajectory. Mm, can use Focus Fire. Let's do Focus Fire. Okay, why can't we do Focus Fire? Why? Oh, it has to be blocking. Okay, let's try this. White. We didn't put any planes. Okay, it's crazy. Try attacking. We'll use Focus Fire later for it. Tries to attack us, we'll Focus Fire it. Actually, we could just put out this class frigate. This is something we could do. If he blocks and we both die, I'll be using that to make a lander token. Okay, he doesn't want to do that. Put out the frigate. So we're gonna take 4 damage. For me, it doesn't really matter much right now. Wow. Use social engineering. Landfall whenever land you control enters, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact token. Wow, that's crazy. Can warp that? Okay, we can do we can warp this 4/4. Or 3 rather, we can do 3. And put it on the beam saw prospector. And use it to warp the Lumen class frigate. Or rather station it. So we get +1/+1 counter on our beam saw prospector. Unless it tries to destroy it, then that's gonna be really sad. Okay. Just gonna keep it that way. Or we'll try to use the beam saw protector to protect us later. So this dice, all of its counters goes to the beam saw prospector. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Let's focus fire this guy. We'll take 2 damage. Okay. What's our play here? We're gonna use the Scrounge for Eternity to destroy the nutrient block. We'll bring back the beam saw. Doesn't sound right. Could put out the Brood Guard Elite instead. But I think we should keep that for a later turn. So Scrounge for Eternity, let's bring back the Beam Saw Prospector. Let's sacrifice this Nutrient Block. We get to draw card for that. And then we should be able to... Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be blocking with this card. And maybe I would be. Wait, 3/5. Still a long way to go. And money or life is a resource, guys. Next turn we'll be able to play the Brood Guard Elite for like 5. The problem now is just they have so many creatures. We're not drawing our removal spells at all. Could have removed this way earlier. Yeah, definitely would use this. And then have the well for 3. Just so we have enough blockers. Okay. This is lifelink, so I think it's worth it to have these two do that. Yeah, we can start attacking. This is gonna be 6 damage next turn. We can keep on gaining more life with the Lumen class frigate. Unless he has removal, then it's gonna be very good. What the heck is this? Devour Tree. Oh, I've seen this in the previews. This is the first time I'm encountering this. It's 24. Are you crazy? Ward Tree. What the heck? Look at all of those landfall triggers. Okay, looks like it's going to be the end of our sealed run. That's crazy, man. Can put out an Edge Rover. Put out 2 more lands. It's not gonna do anything. We have like a Big guy here. Thankfully doesn't have trample, but also they have 16 attackers or 16 damage from his attackers. Yeah, that's. I think that's gonna be it. It's crazy, crazy turn there. Famished World Sire. Oh, another one. Come on, he's already dead. Okay, so 16 damage, or sorry, 12 damage coming in. It's exactly zero alive. Even with the life, we can't get a save. Okay, well, that's my preview for Sealed Edge of Eternities. I'm starting to get what others are saying that the sealed environment for this game is going to be really tough. I haven't tried doing draft yet. Maybe I'll do draft with the rest of the Game Daily crew later. But for now, let's gonna stop it here. That's probably one of my most embarrassing Magic the Gathering VODs so far. But basically, that's definitely it. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Again, thank you very much to Wizards of the Coast and to Tara Bruno PR for giving us access to this early access for Edge of Eternities in Magic the Gathering Arena. If you guys would like to see our guides and our previews for Magic the Gathering Arena and for Magic the Gathering's newest set, Edge of Eternities, then you can check out GameDaily.com. And Edge of Eternities PR weekend is going to start tomorrow, July 25, Friday, until the next week. And we'll see the the official launch of Edge of Eternities, the latest Magic the Gathering set, next week, Friday, on August 1. So we'll see you guys in the local game stores. If you guys have any comments on the builds and if you guys want to show us how to play these decks better, then feel free to comment down below and let us know what you think about this new set. And hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me get my ass kicked here in this sealed environment. I might do a stream with the Game Daily staff later for draft, but we'll see. We only have 8 hours left for the remainder of this preview event. But after this, starting this weekend, everyone should have access to Edge of Eternities and we should all be able to play together. So looking forward to playing with everyone for Edge of Eternities in Magic the Gathering Arena and in our local game stores. So I'll see you guys around wherever you may be. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this new set. It's looking very amazing. While the sealed environment looks very hard, I can see how many of these cards are going to be staples to current meta decks for standard, especially for the landfall decks. There's a lot of support for landfall in this sets, and I'm really excited to see how this is going to be uh, warping or changing up the meta for all of our competitive scenes or competitive environments. Looking forward to the Pro Tour coming up a couple of weeks. So yeah, that's everything for this video. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty.